Hey guys, what's up today? Another episode, huh? Another week, another episode. Wow, I didn't start talking. I didn't notice because I didn't start talking. And I didn't start talking till just now. And I noticed my breath, my voice is at a lower register. I don't know how breath came out. But probably the latest I'm recording this thing. Woke up, went to bed, woke up. It's early in the morning. I don't know if you call that going to bed or a long nap. So this may or may not be my morning face. But sort of a minor detail, I may or may not have been drinking, and I may or may not have had a little too much, possibly. But no more really than I've had before during this, the last. Oh, that's great because I didn't want to be drinking on this episode. I mean, 3 episodes was enough in a row, and yeah, so we got rid of that problem. Hello, welcome. Another week, but this week is a more sober episode. I'm cool with that. Let's see, what can we come up with that's fun to talk about? I'm not going to ask you what you're doing or how you're doing this week because I don't want you to ask me. And that's probably why I just said, let's talk about stuff that's fun. But yeah, how much of your life do you really throw into the public arena? I say that too much. But how much of your life do you really, how much of this is really a journal? We talked about that stuff earlier too. So apologies off the bat if my voice is at a lower register. I'm not trying to be too cool about it. And by cool, I mean the high school definition where everybody thinks you're rad. Update on last week, if we will, just because I like to be somewhat full disclosure here. I found out the website that uses my intro, and it's not mine, it's everybody that bought whichever program. In my case, I use Final Cut Pro, but I'm sure it comes in Apple's other software program, iMovie. Maybe it doesn't, though. The other website, I believe I was seeing, you see, I do so much scrolling through so many random channels and whatnot. It may or may not have been this exact website, but or I may have found a new one. But it's worth telling you that what I think it was, right? Giving you adult website names. I don't know if that's brilliant, but hushpass.com. I believe that might have been the one. See, I didn't watch the same video, did I? So anyway, there you go. Maybe there's many adult rated sites that use the same intro, or maybe not. Maybe I did find it this week for you guys, and I wrote it down because I wanted to share it. All right. Sort of flying nowadays, as in just start the camera, start the audio program, and get going. So, Mama, it feels like I'm flying. Look, Ma, no hands. which is kind of cool. The wheels have come off. No, I don't know if that's the right expression, but unless the car turned into a jet or whatever, the wheels have come up, the landing gear. I'm trying to do this off the top of my brain, especially since the last topic we just discussed here. Some things I wanted to talk about, and I think we're doing good so far. Let's see. I mean, should I consider the segments that we do? I sort of just did a little bit of a pause break right there, even though that was a mini one. Or deep breath. I think I just took one right before I said that last sentence there. So if we want, here I go again. If we want, we could skip over the segments this week. I kind of love them. They're kind of there. And then we have this half segment about me talking big words whenever I can. The program still has heat. I don't know whether I should really get into what I want to talk about just now. Maybe I'll look at the notes, which is a quarter of a segment. So if we're talking about how much heat a segment has, excuse me for using the term so much, this one has the least, which is going to the notes. It should be the only one where I have bells and whistles. Okay, anyway, so what are we doing? We're looking over what I wrote down about what I wanted to talk about today. I just remembered one, and I realized I changed my shirt, so it's not one anymore. We talked about alcohol, and by the way, gum from last week, smacking on gum, that's my normal habit. I've been moving into it anyway. I suppose I didn't brag about it last week because the reality is actually that I'm just moving into it. So, but it was my tip of the iceberg, the one that I fell back on most recently. That's all. I realize I haven't been going to bars or anything recently, obviously. But again, because of the times, when I say because of the times, I feel like I'm even saying that too much now. But so maybe I've just gotten used to chewing gum. Anyway, let's move on. Wow, that was not interesting. A new player in the background. I'm not even sure if you've seen it or not because I don't stare at myself when I do this. But I can see the top of my head bobbing. However, the new player in the game, I'm not sure that you can actually see it because I just talk. So how good of an idea is it to move? It's actually an old player playing in a new place or whatever. Definitely not trying to make that sentence sound important. My fish, not sure how great that looks, really. If it's just directly behind me, I mean, I wanted to spice things up, little change of environment for you. But, if I'm going to say you guys twice, I'm going to acknowledge that it's really for me to look back on if I have no viewers. Simple as that. So, for you, Braden. So Braden, I'm not really sure. Anyway, yeah, I really don't know. I guess we'll find out whether that, my 4 fish there in the background, which I'm assuming you can't see at all, but maybe tiny little specks. It'd be cute if they were in full view. In fact, I was thinking about just making the background, bam, my aquarium, my sparse fish tank, which is, in fact, I threw a piece of wood out this week because I didn't want you guys to see how dirty that thing got. It might be brown. I started to scrub it, and I've scrubbed it before, and it does turn brown, but I'm just sick of it. The wood truly rotted away, spider wood, which is some cool stuff I would recommend for any tank, except that it won't go longer than probably 2 years. Okay, let me back up because I'm getting a little too close to the camera. This week was my birthday week. I told you I didn't want to talk about how you're doing. It's because in normal conversation, it doesn't naturally happen if you haven't had a great week, right? It wouldn't naturally be, I could smell my breath. I haven't brushed the teeth yet before bed. And then I gotta, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do a quick nap and then wake up and brush them brush them again all over. Anyway, yeah, it was my birthday week, which is kind of fun. I hate to be the age that I am and not be, I suppose I'm okay with everything when it comes to, I was just looking at the time and can't believe we're only just past 10 minutes or whatever. This is going to be a long one, Braden. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, no, it was a good week in that regard. If you want me to talk a little bit about what's been getting me down a little bit, is, well, we've spoken, actually it was last week, I believe, we spoke about, see, I don't know if you could download a video and not view it. I don't know if anybody's actually watching. You know, can you download YouTube videos through can't you? You can, right? And you can watch stuff. I doubt anybody's actually watching anything. Not quite the point. But if anybody were, let's say, I don't know, I don't want to sound too paranoid. It's a little ironic that this week I had a visitor, and if I really wanted to suck up time, I could talk all about this, but we're not going to. I selfishly want to mention what gender they were, but I'm not gonna. There you have that. And it's the topic I didn't want to talk about off the jump there. But all this, even the fish tank, right behind everything, and right behind every video you see online is are you gonna, is one step removed from homelessness? Are you gonna be taken care of in your elder years? That's behind every context, behind every conversation. Oh boy, this is making it sound sad, but it really just is, yeah, and it's not quite something to think about, and especially not because I just had my birthday week, and we should be having an extra fun episode. But it's there, it's there, and hey, this could be the reason why I think it's pretty sad that, you know, people would have passed in the sort of, meaning the sort of topic we would have talked about last week. So, you know, you could be fun and cute, and it is fun, and it is probably a little cute, to mention or to make a blanket statement about everybody who visited, or I should say barged the Capitol, stormed the Capitol. I know we're so late and I definitely don't mean to talk about it again, but is a stupid ass. Just finishing that sentence. It would be fun and easy to say it, you know. But then there's, you know, we talked about it last week. So you get where I was going with that. I don't have much more to say. I'd love to just shut it down early rather than banter and stuff. But in other good news, I have my little setup, and this year is going to be hopefully going to be a little bit better than last. So I'm just talking about my little setup, and I don't want to overdo the conversation stuff about my own personal hobbies and stuff like that. I've definitely been attacking those. So that's nice. Don't mean to not get into too much detail, but certainly don't want to. If we're at the point where if I was paranoid, I wouldn't mention it. So at this point, I must mention it. I was doing my own little test in my head there just now. But why not? In fact, I have it all drawn out, and it came to life. Okay. Any of this stuff should be blurred. Nah. You can see there. My basketball setup arrangement sort of thing is a reality, and that just means that this is probably something that you can see a wall behind me. It's, you know, it's not quite a dream realized, but there you have it. And I'm starting to use too many filler words, so I think we're going to wrap it up soon here, guys. If I hadn't... Oh, you saw some other stuff on the notepad. It's just things I would love to talk about while doing on stage. Yeah, so... yeah, guys, that's it. I can't believe how disgusting my breath is. That would be the long pause segment, so we finished that. And if not already, and toodles. Have a great week. Better than last one. And we're out. Cheers. Thanks for watching, if you so are. Okay, peace.